Welcome everyone, Dr. Thor here. We're going to talk about the lasers. Now, the lasers are the same setup for all of our lasers, no matter what unit you have, whether you have the Dragon Force or whether you have the Elite unit. And these are special type of line lasers. Let me turn this on. Okay, so I've now connected the... Okay, I've now connected the electricity here. So we can see it. Now, these are what they call line videos. Can people see the line? Let me open this up. These are line videos. Here we go. They don't put out a dot like you're familiar with. We use line videos because they're much better. Dot lasers, and this is a real laser, people. Dot lasers, where you see just that dot, which is very common, don't work as well. This picks up much more energy because it's picking up more surface. So the actual using of a line laser, which is what these are called, is the way to go. There we go. You should be able to see. Yeah, you can see that good. You have to also find the line laser, and it says on there activation disc. Okay, got to cut off here what it says place under laser, and you have to place this under to activate the laser. Very important. Again, all electronics, regardless of what they all, have to be activated to work well. So you're going to leave things set up like this. Of course, this is where your picture goes on top of the 8 hertz generator. And of course, you want the laser to hit it. So generally what you do here with the laser is that you position it so it touches the actual, and you want to get it low on here. So it touches the laser beam touches this, because we want it to go through the picture so it pushes it into everything, and then that is distributed and then goes out to the amplification process. But this must be on here. The first time you use it, leave it on there for 24 hours, and then generally you're going to leave everything set up anyway. But again, most of the discs are going to be labeled. This is line laser activation disc. Okay, so it's pretty simple. It shouldn't be complicated. If you need to, go over these videos over and over again so that you understand it. I'm trying to keep them short and succinct so there isn't any problems. Training is another thing, and we will have many, many videos on training and everything else. But this is how it is set up. Now, when you set it up, you should make sure you push it all the way up to the side of the box, and you push it down here. Now, these are real lasers, people. And they are dangerous to use if you look into now. The laser beam. Now, these are 100% safe. You're not going to hurt you. You can put your finger here and everything else. But if you look into this laser, if you look directly into the laser here, this will blind you. These are not a game. These are strong lasers. Just be careful. It's not going to hurt anybody. But keep that in mind. You don't want kids grabbing this or necessarily pets or anybody else. To keep it safe, you get it way down here so the beam is not easily messed with. But it's like anything in life. These are real powerful lasers, and you have to take some care with them. If you use them correctly, they're 100% safe. The only thing, that's really looking into a laser's equivalent of getting a loaded gun and putting up to the side of your head and pulling the trigger. It's just stupid. So, but you need to understand that these are not flashlights. These are not wimpy little lights of all the stuff that some bozos out there have told you to use through the years. Laser light is very powerful, very effective, and we use them. If you're not using lasers with your Scalar or Radionic equipment, you have a piece of junk. You're not moving the energy. Photons pick up all sorts of energies. This is proven. This is what they're going to go to. And the two things are going to go into computers I've been using for the last 15, 20 years, which are basically tubes. Let me see that? Tubes like this, and throughout these units, are now going to be put into computers because they process huge amounts of energy quickly. The solid-state transistors and chips cannot move the data we need to move. The other thing they're doing is they're putting that data into laser beams or photons, which then move them along. And of course, that's what fiber optics is, and they've used it for years. And of course, it has stayed in certain industries because the average person has no knowledge of what a laser is. They think it's a ray gun, and they don't know how to use it. People also think that tubes and so forth are outdated, etc. This is not true, and tubes have been in constant use since they've been invented, particularly in the musical industry. Miniature tubes are in many devices you're not even aware of, particularly anything to do with music again. So keep that in mind. Everything has its place, but this is how you set up your laser. You're going to set it up, and it should be like that, and it should be low like that. As I said, take care. Don't let children grab this. Don't let pets bang into it. And, of course, yourself, don't ever, ever, ever look directly into the laser beam. That is just stupid. As I said, these are 100% safe if you use them as you're supposed to use them. And of course, these are not toys. You're not going to use this to shine on things or anything else. And as I said, you must have a line laser. This is critical to move mass amounts of energy. A dot will only pick up what is in the dot. A line laser picks up a large amount of information. You want to pick up as much as you can with on the photograph. And you also want to set it up like that. So you can see how the line laser is picking up, what is that, 2 inches of energy from the actual Polaroid picture. It's then pushing it into the 7.8 generator, and all the discs you have here, that is then going out and being amplified and projected. Now, this is for basic setup. This is not about how everything works and so forth. So when you get yours, you're going to set it up like this. So this is what your inbox should look like with your Elite unit. There are other discs that go in here, but this is what it should look like. Very, very simple and easy. And of course, you must have your activator disc, have your laser on your activator disc. All that's very important, or then you don't really have a scalar, or I should say a transmutated electronic tool. You have regular electronics, and it means that you virtually will get no results. So the activation discs are a critical part of the system. If you don't use those, then you will not get results. You got to follow all. It's very simple. It's very easy. I set up something that can be used very easy, and that's how you set it up, and that you use with your inbox. It's just as simple as that. On to the next one.